Hi, my name is Peter.
Hi, I'm John Lannon.
And for the second consecutive year, I'm Joseph Sylvia.
Hi, I'm Cameron.
And this is What's Cooking at Riverview.
Hello, my name is Cameron, and I'm interviewing Mr. Merrill, a teacher at the Riverview School. Welcome to Cape Center, and thank you for being here today.
All right, thanks for having me again.
If you didn't have to work, what would you do with the extra time?
If I didn't have to work, what would I do with the extra time? That's an easy one. I would travel. But I wouldn't just travel to travel. I would still want to help people. I'm one of those people. I don't know if I could just not work. I'd have to be doing something, but travel and looking to help people out.
What hobby would you get into if time and money weren't an issue?
I guess I would have to answer the same thing. I get anxious that I'm not going to see the whole world in my lifetime, so I would want to spend my time and money doing that.
What would your perfect day look like?
Perfect day? I guess it's hard to formulate a perfect day. So I think it's just, for me, it's about finding the little perfect things in every day. So I think some way every day can be perfect, as long as you look at what happened.
What fictional place would you most like to go?
I would like to time travel. A lot of travel in this theme, but fictional place, I would love to go back in time somehow. That would really make my day, like to the 1920s, to the 1960s, when some of the anti-war movements were happening. I just would love to go back and see how things were in history.
What job would you be terrible at?
Probably being like a police officer. I'm too nice and wouldn't want to get anyone in trouble.
When was the last time you climbed a tree?
Probably this summer or fall. We go on hikes a lot, my wife and I, and I'm always climbing on something. I can't help myself.
Like a monkey?
No, not like a monkey, but I get up there a little bit.
If you could turn any activity into Olympic sport, what would you have a good chance at winning medal for?
I feel like, I don't know if I would turn something into Olympic sport, but you go back to that question about if you had time and money. I feel like I could pick something in the Olympics. I've always thought like speed skating or like downhill skiing. I feel like if I had the time, I could be really good at it and maybe be an Olympic athlete. Probably not for the United States. I'd probably have to get one of those like citizenship somewhere else.
Oh yeah.
But I can make it work, I think.
What is the most annoying habit that other people have?
Oh God. I gotta be careful what I say, right? There's a lot of them, but I just think not having patience with people. That's my number one thing that drives me crazy. When people are short with people or rude to people, I just don't think there's any reason for that. And that's the most annoying thing to me, among other small pet peeves.
Not doing
I won't get into. Yeah, not doing schoolwork. Yeah, that drives me crazy.
What job do you think you'd be really good at?
Ooh. I've always wanted to be an architect. I'm good at designing things. I have a good sense of space. That's always been the back of my mind as another career. So that'd be something I think I could be good at.
What skill would you like to master?
I had two for this question. One, I would like to master becoming a really good painter. I like painting, and I'd like to do very contemporary art, like very like shapes and playing with color and shades and stuff like that. And then I also have always wanted to be able to play an instrument, whether like guitar, probably guitar. I tried once when I was younger, just didn't work out. I didn't have the patience for it. But I think as I get older, maybe I'll give it a shot again.
What would be the most amazing adventure to go on?
Right now I have this dream of going heli-skiing, being dropped down by a helicopter in a mountain somewhere. I keep saying I want to do that for my 40th birthday. I don't know why I put it on 40, and that's like 10 years away, but it's something I really would like to do someday.
if you had unlimited funds to build a house that you would live in for the rest of your life, what would the finished house be like?
I don't know if I had unlimited funds. I think I'd want to have multiple small houses in lots of places. I love different cities, so I'd love to have like apartments in London or like New York, and then have like a little ski cabin in Vermont, or even something here on Cape Cod. But I would like to have a lot of small places I could go to all the time, and I don't know if I'd want just one house. But it would definitely be modern. I like modern houses.
What state or country do you never want to go back to?
I think at this point in my life, I'm done with Florida. It's too hot. I've been there enough. I don't really get palm trees. They're okay. I don't know if it's growing up in New England, but I like our beaches way better. The rocky coast, the big sand dunes, just the kind of, desolation of it. Just Florida with the condos and I'm good, all set.
What songs have you completely memorized?
Oh. Funny fact, I'm terrible with words and songs. There's probably a few of my favorites I have kind of memorized, but I don't think I have anything memorized without hearing the lyrics to it, the music to it.
Imagine Dragons?
Definitely not Imagine Dragons. Oh, God. I don't know why they irk me so much, because the guy's a really nice guy that's the lead singer. He does a lot of charity work, but I just don't like their music. Sorry, Joe.
What game or movie universe would you most like to live in?
Game or movie universe? You ever played Crash Bandicoot?
Yes.
I think of that when I was a kid. That would be kind of cool to do that for a day.
Are you usually early or late to work?
Early. I'm an early person. One thing I get very anxious about all the time is time, so I make sure I'm early.
Did you have any pets growing up? If so, what kind of pets and what were their names?
So let's see. Pets growing up. Had 4, so I had 3 dogs. My first pet was a dog I picked. We named her Licorice. She was a black lab, so we called her Black Licorice. That was the connection there. Then we had a golden retriever named Jack, and then when I was a little older, like in high school, my mom got a dog named Buttercup, or Buddy we called her. She was a Swiss mountain dog. And then we also had a cat named Harley that lived, she was like 23, so like I had her growing all the way up. But that's been it. I've had enough with pets at this point.
When people come to you for help, what do they usually want help with?
Spelling, writing work. I feel like I do that all day. Doing the teaching, it's, I need help spelling this, I need help, what can I do here? Just trying to motivate people all day.
What do you wish you knew more about?
Ooh. I said before, I'm into painting and stuff, and I love going to museums. I'd love to just know more about art history. Some of the famous painters. I feel like I know a good amount, but not as much as I'd want to.
What takes up much of your time?
Progress reports. Just having to work on the computer. I wish I had less time having to work on the computer than I did.
What are some small things that make your day better?
Ooh. Lots of things. Just a good song on the car on the way to work, or getting some coffee in the morning.
Or surfing?
Oh yeah, getting out and getting a little exercise for sure. So many little things that I think that's so important to think about what little things make you happy, and really holding on to those each day. Good dinner, anything like that.
Who's your go-to band or artist when you can't decide on something to listen to?
Dispatch. They're a band that's been my favorite for a long time. Their live albums I can just turn on and I can listen to them all the time. No question.
Who has impressed you most with what they've accomplished?
I could be a little cheesy and say my wife, but I gotta say my students. What they go through to work hard every day. Well, mostly every day. Sometimes you guys slack off, but what you guys accomplish, that impresses me every day. It really does. I really appreciate how you guys are able to set some goals and go out there and try to make them happen.
What age do you wish you could permanently be?
I still feel like I'm like 22. But I guess like the late 20s, I guess I would, I'm happy. It's just weird saying I'm 30 now, but late 20s is good. Yeah, I used to be there. But I still feel good, and I think 20s is a good age.
What TV show or movie do you refuse to watch?
Oh, God. I don't know if I don't really have a sense of humor or what, but shows like Family Guy, South Park, The Simpsons are just awful. I can't, it's like I'd rather hear chalkboard, scratching on a chalkboard. I don't find them funny at all. Sorry, guys.
I don't like them either.
Okay, good. I don't know what it is. That type of humor I just don't have time for.
What is something that is considered a luxury, but you don't think you could live without?
I feel like we live in so many luxuries, but for me, go back to those little things in your day. Going out and getting coffee in the morning is one. I guess you could call it a luxury. It's a little luxury. Something about just going out in the morning, seeing a couple people, seeing what's going on. I like that every day, and no matter what machine or how I try to make the coffee, I enjoy going out and getting it. That's a small luxury I like.
Your car.
Yeah, car too, obviously, but
The torn up seat.
listen, vacation's coming up. I can get it fixed.
What's something you like to do the old-fashioned way?
The old-fashioned way. So speaking of a car, I have this thing like, even though we have all this amazing GPS and everything these days, I love driving without the GPS on and just using the road signs or like a map to figure out where I need to go. I like going old school like that. You'll see me pulled over on the side of the road with a map like this, but it's fun. It's kind of a thing where I just don't want to feel like I'm so tied to technology.
What drives you nuts?
What's that?
Drives you crazy?
No, technology's awesome. Like the way I can play music in the car now without having to find a radio station, you can pull Spotify right up. It's with Bluetooth. It's awesome.
Oh, without using an aux cord.
Yeah, well, you don't even need that anymore.
Like your old car had.
Yeah, the old car had, could still put a CD in it. But no, I like traveling without having to use maps, and just any way I can not depend on technology for a little bit is something that I like to do.
Well, that's it for today. Thanks for joining us.
All right, thank you.
Welcome.